Hey guys, it's Megan Tonjes and you're watching Frequently Asked Tonjes. In the past I've used these to kind of talk about my opinions about kind of YouTube and internet stuff and just things going on in the world that I have a very strong opinion about. We're going to continue that. We're also going to start releasing these on Sundays. We're going to go to church. Here. Hashtag Church of Tonjes. Oh, God. So before I even start this video, let me say I am very appreciative of free online social media sites and platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all these places that I love to go because I come from a past of when I was younger and I wanted to share things that I was doing and be creative. I had to buy bandwidth and storage space and write and code my own websites, and it sucked. And it was expensive and it sucked. So thankful. I don't complain often about little things, but sometimes when things happen that aren't so little, I have to say something. Basically, Instagram, we gotta talk. So if any of you follow me on Instagram, you know that I post a variety of things, including my puppy and food and pictures of my butt. I have no shame. I posted photos along my kind of weight loss and transformation of me in gym clothes, in underwear, just photos of parts of my body that I'm just super happy with and I'm super proud of, and I've embraced kind of getting older. I have pride for my curves, my still very fat body. I like a lot. So about a year ago I posted a photo of me actually out by a friend's pool tanning, and I was wearing a sports bra and underwear completely covered, and the AdSense on my Tumblr got taken off because they said that I was posting pornographic material. Completely covered, but fat. Therefore, pornographic. Recently I had a photo that was flagged and taken down on Instagram. This is the photo. I'm sure I'll get a million comments saying yay and a million comments saying, oh, why would you do that? I'm so disappointed. I like my butt. So when Instagram removes a photo, you get an email saying basically your photo was taken down because it was flagged and it was deemed inappropriate in consideration with the community guidelines. These community guidelines include posting photos that aren't yours, harassing individuals or groups, sharing photos of illegal content, sharing photos of violence, and photos that contain nudity and mature content. Totally understandable. But Instagram, I'm gonna need you to define nudity and mature content for me. Now, nudity is defined as having no clothing, permitting or featuring full exposure of the body. Now, when someone is in their underwear or in a bathing suit, we don't call that nudity. If we did, every beach would be a nude beach. Generally, nudity involves your genitals being exposed, which is not the case when you're completely covered. I might be getting ahead of you here. I'll slow down a little bit. Now, mature content is a little more vague in its definition because we live in a society where we call mature content things that we're uncomfortable with. That's why people have an issue with women breastfeeding in public, because we are taught that breasts are inherently sexual, that a body that is exposed is inherently sexual. And this relationship that we have with our bodies and sexuality is in part why things like rape culture exist, why you hear people say, well, she was dressed like a slut, so she was kind of asking for it. We assume that if our reaction to a body is sexual, that the person who owns that body had the intention of creating those sexual feelings. Let me tell you personally why I find it annoying that all of these photos are on your site and don't get taken down, and this photo does. I want you to think of how many big girls you see on the internet, on television, in magazines, wearing bathing suits, lingerie, shorts, dresses, tight-fitting clothing, who aren't openly mocked, who aren't torn apart as being disgusting, who aren't made to believe that when they wear the exact same clothing as people with thinner bodies in the same social situations, that they are disgusting and should hide themselves. And now you have the answer as to why a lot of girls who look like me, and by a lot, I mean not very many, post pictures of themselves showing their thighs or their stomach or parts that other women and other people show proudly and are never questioned on because that's what we're used to seeing and we're comfortable with that. You have the opportunity to be a platform where people can engage in a very body positive community, can openly share their lives, including their bodies, in a very appropriate and positive way, falling all within your community guidelines. And I don't give a fuck about how comfortable people are seeing that. Being uncomfortable is different from viewing nudity or pornography. I would hope that it's a goal of yours as a platform to make sure that closed-minded, ignorant, and hateful people don't abuse your report feature, which is awful. I will say that there is an I don't like this photo selection when you go to report a photo, and when you click on that, Instagram basically takes you to a page and says, get over it. Unfollow or block this person for posting a picture that you personally are uncomfortable with. That's pretty solid advice. Now, I don't blame Instagram for the fact that there are people in this world who just feel like because I'm uncomfortable with something, everyone should be uncomfortable with something. But I do have to say, Instagram, you have no customer service. It's frustrating that there's not an email, there's not a phone number, there's no button I can click to be like, I want to repeal this, and I want to like actually have a human being look at this, line this up with the community guidelines, and either give me a yay or nay. Basically, this lack of a real system means that anyone could send their friends over to any account, flag a bunch of photos, and have an account completely taken down for really no reason, because no one's kind of overseeing this process. That sucks as someone who uses a site and stores kind of their life on this site and is excited to promote this app, is that there's really no safety. There's no one watching out for the people using the actual app who are doing so in good faith and following your community guidelines. Like, Daddy Instagram either needs to come in and say, okay, anything that causes impure thoughts, anything above the knee, any picture of a model, a Fitspiration site, Playboy's Instagram, anything where someone's on a beach and not wearing a snowsuit, these are all inappropriate and don't go with our community guidelines. And then take all of those photos down, or they need to start protecting the people who use their sites. Of all sizes, of all bodies. I don't like double standards. I don't like when a site doesn't take direct action to define its own rules and to enforce those rules fairly. I don't like it. And finally, Instagram, you say that you shouldn't upload a video or photo if it's something that you wouldn't show a child, your boss, or your parents. And to that I say, hi Mom! I will literally send pictures of my butt that I put on the internet to my mom beforehand in a text message and get her approval before I put them online, because not every mom body shames, and if I had a child I wouldn't raise them to hate their body and to hate the bodies of others, and I wouldn't work for someone who wants to body shame and thinks that I shouldn't be allowed to be on the beach in a bikini or to wear underwear or to follow community guidelines. I'm sorry that I make you uncomfortable with my body. It's not an apology. I don't really care though. So what do you guys think? Do you think that this is a problem, that this is something that Instagram should fix? And if so, how do you think they should fix the system? I think it's pretty flawed, but I'm sure many of you disagree with me. I love you guys all very much. Every Sunday there will be Frequently Asked Tangents where I will talk about important life stuff and tell you my unfortunate opinions about them. Also, somewhere in this video there's a secret annotation to a channel that I'm starting. It's gonna be awesome. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be awesome. That's not the name of the channel, but it's gonna be awesome. And there's gonna be a lot more body positive stuff on there, and maybe I'll show you hair and makeup and clothes. Need more plus size bitches in the beauty world. Yeah. Okay, I love you and I'll see you all soon. Bye.